Thank you for watching this Morin hosting video walking you through the basics of Multicraft. First thing you need to do is log in with the user credentials provided to you in the email received once you placed your order. At this point, you will be brought to the initial servers page. This should be what you've ordered. Take a moment to review the possible options here. Let's go over the tabs. We have the home screen, which is the basic screen showing you Multicraft. We have the help screen, which will actually redirect you to another website, owned by Multicraft, with lots of documentation to walk you through basic feature functionality. And we have the About screen, which shows you more about Multicraft in general and the amount of technologies that are incorporated to make it function. If you go to the Servers tab, you'll be able to see current servers you're allowed to view in our servers list. You should see your server here. If you click on the My Servers button, you'll be taken to your server configuration page. Here, you will be able to initially configure your server. If you go to the Users page, you are able to see current enabled users on the system. If you go to the Support page, you're able to input your information and submit a support ticket to Morin hosting staff. For now, we're going to go to your server. Here you have the option to change many different things, including the name of your server. You're able to view the amount of players you can have on your server. You are able to see the current status of your server, including player count. You are able to get a status banner that updates dynamically with what your server is currently doing and its up or down status. You're able to get your IP information and your port information. You're able to change your world name. By default, it is world. If you click the Show Advanced Options button, you get even more information about your server. You can see the amount of RAM you have allocated. You can see how many seconds it takes for an unauthorized user to be kicked. You can see if you have autosaving enabled and if your users are allowed to see when the autosave happens. You're able to see your CPU memory utilization. You can either enable or disable your server visibility on the Multicraft page. You can set up the default role for people logging into your server. You can set up your IP off role, which is returning users. And you can set up your cheat role, which are basically the users dubbed as moderators. You can save your settings at the bottom. We can go to the chat pane, and you're able to chat with anyone in your server from this screen. You're also able to see active chat. If you go to the console pane, you're able to see the most recent log messages of your server. You are also able to see chat messages in here as well. You can go to the Players pane, and this will list players who have logged into your server. Under Files, you have three options. The first one is Config Files. Here you can change your server settings and other miscellaneous configuration files that live in the Multicraft server. You can change your spawns. You can change your permissions. You can change if people are allowed to fly. You can set a save message, and so on. You can enable people to be set as operators. You can ban players. You can ban IP addresses. And you can whitelist players if you choose to use the whitelist functionality. If you click the FTP file access, you get information about how to log into your FTP server. You can either go to minecraft.morinhosting.com with the FTP client and log in with the information given, or you can log in here and use the web client. Here you can create a directory, create a file, or upload files. You can choose to upload individual files or archives. You also have the ability to back up your server. You can download your backup from FTP or leave it in the server and restore it from here as well. Under Advanced, you can see your enabled commands currently. These are the default commands and which role is allowed to use them. You can schedule tasks for the servers, like shutdown or cleanup, create a new task, and you can authorize other users of Multicraft to be administrators or moderators of your server. And that is the basics of Multicraft.